Part 1. It discovery 3 minutes. In June 2023, a restoration team working at the San Michele Monastery in the Italian Alps discovered something they were never supposed to find. Behind a collapsed stone wall beneath the monastery's southern wing was a sealed tunnel. This alone wasn't unusual. The monastery was nearly 800 years old. Hidden passages were common. But at the end of this tunnel stood a steel door. Stamped into the metal were German markings and a date. 1944. When the door was finally forced open, investigators stepped into a fully preserved medical facility. An operating table. Surgical instruments. Glass vials. Stacks of documents. Everything was arranged with care, as if the doctor had simply stepped out and planned to return. Within hours, Italian military police sealed the site. Within a day, wartime archivists arrived, because the documents inside carried a name that officially died in the final days of World War II, Dr. Karl Vogel. If you want to know why a Nazi doctor would voluntarily disappear, and why his story ends not in escape, but in silence, stay until the end. Because this story is not about survival. It's about refusal. Part 2. Backkick-TO 1945. Karl Vogel was not a famous Nazi doctor. He wasn't part of the death camps. He never stood trial at Nuremberg. His name appears in almost no war crime files. Vogel was a battlefield surgeon for the German army, born in Munich in 1909, trained in trauma medicine, drafted into military service in 1941. His job was simple: keep soldiers alive. By spring 1945, Vogel was stationed in northern Italy. The war was collapsing. Germany was finished. On May 1st, 1945, Vogel received orders to retreat north into Germany. He refused. 2 days later, official records list him as killed during an artillery strike. No body was ever recovered. Because Karl Vogel did not die, he removed his uniform, destroyed his papers, and walked into the mountains. The last confirmed sighting came from a village near Lake Como. After that, nothing. For 78 years, Karl Vogel simply vanished. Part 3. The Truth Under the Monastery. The laboratory beneath San Michele revealed what really happened. Vogel didn't flee to South America. He didn't build a new identity. He stayed. Records recovered from the site show that from late 1945 to 1947, Vogel lived beneath the monastery, disguised as a lay brother. He treated villagers for free. No experiments, no weapons, no research. Just medicine. One handwritten journal entry, dated December 1947, stood out. I no longer have the right to be a doctor of the state. Only a doctor of people. After that entry, the writing stops. Investigators believe Vogel died during the winter of 1948, likely from illness or exposure. No grave was ever found. No record of surrender exists. But what makes this story different is that Vogel never tried to escape justice. He chose disappearance over denial. Some stories end in trials. Some end in execution. This one ends quietly. In a monastery. In the mountains with a man who refused to keep running. Sometimes history doesn't end with justice. Sometimes it ends with silence.